Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ken at 10. Did you watch it? What a game. Makes you proud to be English, doesn't it? To see the ladies and what they've done for grassroots sport, for young girls. It's an inspiration to a generation. And I just think sport's such a good thing for young people. And sometimes they're only escape out of poverty in certain situations where they feel like they've got a sense of belonging, which can actually make them achieve in other areas through life. We've seen it a lot in inner London schools, such as the ones we deal with here in the local area. And, you know, it's lovely to see when people manage to channel through sport success and then feel connected and then go on to succeed academically. So I think it's a great thing what the girls have done there, and absolutely makes you proud to be British. And all the time, here we are, willing the boys to go and do it, and the girls do it for us. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I just absolutely loved it. So how are you? A couple of things this week. Welcome to Ken at 10. First of all, this week we have the announcement on interest rates, and it's quite likely we're going to see an interest rate rise bigger than we have seen in the past, and it's likely to be 0.5, half of 1%, which is a very significant sum in anyone's books, really. It's the most significant increase for many years, and certainly for those not on a fixed rate will have an impact on their monthly costs. If that wasn't enough, we've got the fuel crisis looming as well, and everything else. On the brighter side, the flip side, almost kind of tangent to that, is the government have just dropped their affordability tests on mortgages. It just seems weird, doesn't it, that that's come about at the same time as we've got the likelihood of very large interest rate rises. It doesn't mean that there won't be affordability tests. It just means the Bank of England's rules surrounding those affordability tests are dropped, which means lenders are free to set their own tests. And of course, there'll still be multiples. This is not financial advice, by the way. We're not qualified financial advisors. Seek independent advice if you're thinking about getting a mortgage. But they have dropped that affordability test, which means lenders will be free to choose their own affordability tests, but it will normally fall around the same way. But it will give them some freedom and latitude to view risk in a way that they want to see it, so that some lenders specialize in offering mortgages to people that are considered higher risk. And we need those people so that people can get on the ladder, especially with first-time buyers. It's more difficult for them than anyone, and anything that helps them to get on the ladder, even if they have had a difficult financial past, has to be a good thing. So as far as the market's concerned, we can expect it to quieten down this week. Of course, the children are off school. Everybody's off on holiday. It's the peak time of the year for that. It does tend to continue through August. So if your property's on the market and it's not getting quite the traction it was, that could be the reason. There are many other reasons it could be as well. You know, is it the right price point? Is it presented well? How is your agent doing in terms of being proactive and what they're doing to make sure that it's pushed in front of as many eyeballs as possible on as many occasions as possible in as many ways as possible? And that's something we at JA love to do, talk about, see what we can do to make sure our vendors are getting the very best out of the market. And making sure that we give them the correct advice in terms of steering them through the maze of how to get sold in the most efficient way for the best price in the least time, if possible. But yeah, difficult time over August, always is. And obviously with everything else looming, you'd think, wouldn't you, that the market would fall off a cliff? But that's not the case. It hasn't done so the last interest rate rises. We certainly don't expect it to do it this time around. But what we will see is a slowdown, because seasonally August is a quiet time. You know, outside of Christmas, it's the second quietest time of the year. Now, we normally don't have to talk about seasonal trends because the market's so bullish that they kind of override that seasonal trend. But in our experience here in London, I know it's different for holiday type destinations where people go there, fall in love and decide their life is now there. But for us here in London, it's the opposite. The exodus is outward, not inward during the summer holidays. Comes back very strong in September. So if you're thinking marketing, that should be the month you're targeting now in terms of your best chance of a sale, in my opinion. And that's it for today. So I hope you're well. The weather here in Norbury is quite nice, actually. It's a little bit overcast, a little bit cooler. And yeah, looking forward to a quieter week. But we've got lots to do in terms of making sure that our vendors make the very best of it. And I hope you have a good week. Look after yourselves. And if you can, your family and friends. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.